Now, this is some cool stuff to see, and again, take this with a grain of salt, but what Microsoft needs to do is exactly this, and I feel like this is exactly probably what they will do. One of the main reasons being is you have some advantages over PlayStation right now. You have a PlayStation fan base that is starting to maybe question their decisions on PlayStation going forward. Now is the time for Microsoft to strike while the iron is hot. And some of you might go, "Oh, it's not hot and PlayStation's selling good." I mean, listen, you'd have to be a sucker to keep buying PlayStation if they're not going to keep you guys in the loop on what's coming, what's not coming, what's happening, what's not happening, while Xbox, meanwhile, is going to be releasing game after game after game. So, again, I think Microsoft is in a very good position, and they're in a very good position to kind of keep that pedal down, pedal to the metal. And this came out, and I'm going to say, hey, take it with a grain of salt, but it does kind of check out with what's been going around lately. Recent rumors indicate that an upcoming Xbox Developers Direct event could also contain a game that is being prepared to shadow drop either during or after the show. Similar to what Microsoft did with Hi-Fi Rush, companies looking to make waves with upcoming releases have done the shadow drop thing in the past, a process involving announcing and immediately releasing a game like the remastered version of Quake 2. Not only does this help publicity and marketing efforts, but it generates excitement from fans who may want to check out a new experience. While not terribly common, there are a few high-profile examples of launching out of the blue, and this certainly helped, including online free play to experiences like Apex Legends and the finals. Last year, Microsoft held a special developer direct, showcasing a number of Xbox first-party titles like Redfall and Forza Motorsport, though the surprise of the show was Hi-Fi Rush, which is in a fantastic rhythm-based action game from Tango Gameworks, a studio primarily associated with horror games previously, like The Evil Within. While Hi-Fi Rush certainly surprised fans, the bigger announcement was that the game was already ready for launch and could be played after the showcase. And I have to be honest, just a fantastic game all the way around. I thought Microsoft and Tango did a good job with that game. Obviously, there's going to be a lot more going on and a lot more things that Microsoft's going to be able to do to kind of keep that hype rolling into this year. But listen, Xbox is going to have to continue to make its own path, and people are going to have to continue to I guess kind of make people excited about the things that they're going to be excited about. So to me, that's what it's all about. And I also think that that it is pretty clear that Microsoft has a plan going forward, and that plan includes a lot of great games, that plan includes a lot of ways that they can kind of go out there and I guess I don't want to say upset Sony, but it can definitely go out there and make sure that Sony is kind of running behind, because at some point when the competition and the fans of the competition keep seeing all these things come out for Xbox time and time again, at some point there has to be some people that really kind of feel bad about that, right? And go, oh man, maybe I made a bad choice, or maybe let me go pick up an Xbox to see what's going on over there. I don't even necessarily think that it's something that, to me, honestly, that Microsoft could do or say that would probably change too many minds. But I guess we'll see. But like I said, this was a very interesting kind of topic to read about. And I will link this, of course, in the description. The shadow drop for Hi-Fi Rush obviously was a very successful one, helping the game to achieve publicity it may not have been able to get under a normal launch. In fact, Hi-Fi Rush release was so successful that Microsoft appears to be readying another game for the same treatment sometime this month. Now, if the new rumor from popular person is to be expected, while nothing official has been mentioned, it is believed that Microsoft is holding another Xbox Developer Direct in 2024 in January, so very soon, with new presentations for some upcoming first-party titles, maybe even some dates. According to this, they've heard that the addition of Xbox showcases for games like Hellblade 2 and Towerborn, the showcase could also contain a new shadow drop announcement for a game that'll be launching during the show or in the coming weeks. They aren't certain as to when the show will be exactly, and if it'll be exactly like Hi-Fi Rush, but at the very least, what they're hearing is that it could be very similar, with the game getting a release date that is very close to show date, if not during it. The most recent example of this was December, when the online competitive shooter The Finals officially launched during the Game Awards in 2023. While the game enjoyed a successful beta period, the official release came out of nowhere, giving all players a chance to check out what the excitement was all about. Either way, the Shadow Drop decision was a good one for them as well, and it kind of all worked out, and I think Hi-Fi Rush worked out. That game was played by more people than any of their other games. So yeah, tremendous. And for me personally, I just think that they did a really tremendous job with that game. One of my favorite games of last year, definitely a top 3 in my opinion, because there's sometimes games that you play and you just can't stop smiling. One of the things that is rumored for this particular Shadow Drop would be a game from what we would see with the developers behind Psychonauts. So I know people might go, oh, well, what's going on there? I think people have to understand that, Microsoft owns 36 studios. Double Fine has been, the studio to kind of do that. So, I think people are maybe expecting something like that. So, we'll have to wait and see what happens. But again, what Microsoft is doing is, I think, unparalleled and unprecedented with what kind of with the kind of things that they've been kind of making sure that people kind of have things to be excited about and things like that. Microsoft has done a really good job with the roadmap, and I think this is something that other people don't really have. Double Fine game called Kiln, or nicknamed Kiln, has been cooking for a long time, and now people are saying that it's going to be at the Xbox presentation last year, but much like South of Midnight, which was ready in 2022, it could have been cut, and indeed something we see at Developer Direct Shadow Drop or not. It's a benefit of clearly 36 games or whatever studios. It really kind of indeed looks like they've got some cool stuff to kind of go out there and cook up, which has been I think anyway, really good thing. This is something that realistically I think Microsoft can kind of do, so anyway, I do like the fact that Microsoft is working on some of these different games, and that they have a lot of studios that are able to kind of do stuff like this. We'll see if that's something they can keep up with in the future. I think it's going to take a lot of work to be able to kind of keep things working out and always have this constant influx of games. We'll see. Like I said, we don't know anything for sure yet, but we do know that Microsoft has a plan, and they have a plan for the next 10 or 15 years. And, we'll see what happens during that plan and during that planning period. So with that being said, I'll link this. You guys can check it out. Let me know what you think. I certainly do appreciate it. Rack 'em up, fact 'em up, Crap Gamer 'em up. Thanks for watching. Crap Gamer out.